Alrighty, everybody, welcome into another episode of the Sports Analysts Podcast. I'm your host, Jared Call. Here's my co-host, Jessa Call. How we doing today, Jessa?
Oh, so good. And I feel like a pro now because this is round two. So even getting on the call, I'm like, buckle up. We got some good stuff. So
We do. We do indeed. And if you're watching on YouTube, which actually everyone is watching on YouTube because that's the only way it's out right now, but we're both wearing royal blue. We both repping the Cougs today. We're just in sync. Jessa, if it's okay with you, I have a couple of hot takes that I need to just get off my chest here.
rip
They've
it.
been eating me alive all day.
Rip it.
Okay. First off, I've had enough of this playoff talk. Okay. The 4+4+2+2+1 plus Notre Dame. The 5+11, the 5+3. I don't know. I do not care. And this is going to be my final stance. I've said this a couple times, sports analyst. I do not care about the playoff. Right now, all I care about is the regular season. If Ohio State or BYU makes the college football playoff, I will watch the games that they play. After that, I do not care about the college football playoff. We've already seen that it's rigged for money, a la targeting call in the Texas Arizona State game last year. I I already don't care about half the teams that are going to be in it because they're going to be ACC like Clemson and the SEC. So I don't care. Why am I going to watch? Why am I going to watch and give these people my money, my purchasing power? I am going to take my purchasing power and I am going to not give it to this college football playoff.
I like that a lot. Like that rings true in my soul. That is very hot, though. That is a hot take. But I think
Definitely.
the way you format it, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of other fans feel that way. Like outside of the big dogs, you know?
Yeah,
So I'm down for that hot take. I would agree. Yeah.
right. Every year that it changes is just another year that I hate it more. I just want it to stay the same. I don't care what it looks like, just have it stay the same so at least we know like what BYU has to do in order to make it.
Yeah.
And do I really care what happens in there? No, but it would be cool if BYU made it because that would be cool.
Yeah. When are they talking about doing the 16 team expansion?
At least one more year, I think, right? It would be
Wow.
for 26 or 27.
And the
I don't know.
reasoning
I've
behind it, I mean, you called it out, would be financial. Like
exactly.
let's just roll in more cash. But I feel like the more and I mean the like you said, the more teams you add, the less special the regular season becomes. Because then you have
Exactly.
four lost teams into the playoff. Yeah, yep. So I'm with you. I'm with you. I think a playoff is fun, but if my teams aren't in it, then my interest severely drops.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
100%. Real quick here, second take. If I hear one more person tell me that Arch Manning is a top five player in college football, I'm going to explode. Joel Klatt released his like top 10 players of college football today, and me being the just sad addict that I am, clicked on it because I need college football content. He had Arch Manning number five.
Number number
I gotta double
five.
check this. It was either number five or number four. It was number
So
four,
so
excuse me. Number four. This man has played two games, okay? I, how on earth could you say that he is a top? I, sorry, my brain is just exploding right now.
yeah.
I can't comprehend how everyone is so high on him when, yeah.
Am
Yeah,
I seeing his stats right? Also, the only game he played was against Florida, and he was 3 for 6 for 19 yards.
well, he also got in against the he was in cleanup time against Florida.
But he
Okay.
didn't throw a
He
pass in the other games. Keep going.
Yeah, so he played in cleanup time against Georgia, cleanup time against Florida, just like six plays, right? Or it wasn't cleanup time against Georgia. Remember when Quinn Ewers got injured right before half
Yep.
and Arch Manning had like four plays or something? His two games that everyone looks at as how good he was against ULM and Mississippi State. ULM and Mississippi State. Those are the two teams that he played against while Quinn Ewers was injured. Do you
Okay.
guys
Yep.
want to tell me? Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to guess how many combined wins those teams had?
Lay it on me. What you got?
Seven. Okay. Two from the Power
It's
Five team.
three teams had 7 combined wins.
ULM had five, and then Mississippi State had two.
Oh my gosh. Well, you bring up Joel Klatt. So I turned that on and started watching. I think I got to number 7 because he starts at 10 and goes to 7. And
Yeah.
the top comment was, so you're telling me that the top 10 all come from the same 5 teams? Ohio State, Clemson, Texas, Georgia, and Bama? Was that it? Or no, Bama and then one of those? And I turned it off. I was like, nope,
Yeah.
I don't even care. I don't even care.
Goodbye, Joel. Goodbye.
I was half expecting Logan Fano to jump up on it because Joel just loves the Utes. But yeah, I would agree that's a pretty hot take. And if his name wasn't Manning, then I don't know that we'd be here. But money, right? Marketing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, thank you. Those are my 2 things. Just quick 5-minute rants. Had to get off my chest to somebody.
I'm glad we can provide a safe space where the hot takes be. And these aren't going to be the last hot takes we talk about either.
Oh no. We got more in the clip.
Yep. All right. Well, I've got a few tweets I wanna highlight because I'm
very excited for this. And I'm not.
This is great.
Twitter or Instagram, so this is perfect.
This is great because, like you said, I need the fix of college football, and so I'm on Twitter too much. But I'm actually going to share my screen for this one because you have to see. You have to see the second one in order to appreciate it. So the first crazy story, and I'm going to like rapid fire these. A defensive back from Memphis. This is the story. He stole a PlayStation and got kicked off the team. So what does he do? What does he do in retaliation? Well, his team's playing UTSA. Owen McCown is the quarterback of UTSA. He DMs him and says, hey, do you want all of our defensive play calls? Here you go. And I don't know where this screenshot came from because it looks like he took the screenshot himself. You know?
Yeah.
Like, are you bragging about this? But and then I love this message. He like talks crap on the guy who got his start or is playing his position during the game. He's like, no reroutes on the slot field. Safety is on the slot. The field safety is the weakest link in the defense. His hamstring hurting, but he's running out of eligibility. So when you play him, he number 0. Bet, but let me know if they cut your stuff. I'll put in a word. So he's like, if they figure out or like if they cut anything, let me know and I'll tell the team. So that's wild to me, and it makes me wonder how much this happens. Yeah. So,
Trader of the Year award goes to this guy.
Owen McCown. Yep, Owen McCown, and also like, does this make UTSA's coach look bad? Like, what do you do when your player comes to you? Because I tell you one thing, I know one coach who would say, "No, I'm not looking at that," and that's Kalani Sitake.
Absolutely,
our
integrity.
Man. Yeah, but yeah, that was crazy. And then we're just going to have a good time looking at this one. All right. Georgia commit. Chase Calicut arrested, charged in violent driving incident. He's not even in Georgia anymore. He's not even in Georgia yet. The comments are like, we're going through these comments for a second. It says 24 wins since January of 2023. 28 arrests since January of 2023 for the Georgia Bulldogs. And this isn't even a guy on the roster. So, and then you've got this one, which was my favorite, this meme of the guy talking to Jesus and saying, stop giving me your toughest battles. All you have to do is obey traffic laws while driving. That's all you have to do.
That is so good.
Twitter had a good time with this. And then the other thing, I'll end with this. They said, oh, that's just a sign he's shutting down his recruitment. Like, this is how he's announcing that he's committing to Georgia. You know,
that's him signing his national letter of intent is, getting arrested for violent driving.
Yep.
Sick.
College kids, just drive the speed limit. Quit being stupid, you know?
Right.
Georgia.
I will say, living here in Georgia, I will say, I can see why they want to speed on these roads. B, I can see why it is of the utmost importance that you do not speed on these roads. It is hills and blind corners, and there's no shoulder, there's no median. It's just a 10-foot drop into the forest. And so the fact that these guys are like cruising around at like 120 miles an hour, like, I'm surprised.
That's wild. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that adds some color to it. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Guys.
Absolutely insane.
God.
That was fun. I like that. We need to do that more. I need to get my Twitter fix in this way.
I'll filter out all the crappy stuff and just give you the goods.
We have a guest joining us soon, but before we get to the guest, we want to preview the BYU football non-conference because as we kind of are getting towards the season, we're giving everybody a little bit of a preview of BYU. Yesterday or last time we talked about the quarterback room. Today we're going to talk about the non-conference. So as we go forward, I think my biggest thing is that if you were ever going to have a quarterback problem, it is going to be this year. This is the year to have a quarterback problem because of how easy the non-conference is. We got Portland State at home, Stanford at home, and then at ECU after a bye week. So this is going to be that ramp up time for the quarterback, and it's perfectly laid out that way. We don't get a Texas, we don't get a Utah, we don't get a big name team in the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, it's very true. I'm looking back at our 2023 non-conference. In fact, let me go to 2022. This was before our last year of independence, right? We had
Oh,
USF, Baylor, and then we went to Oregon, like the first 3 games of this season. And then 23, we had Sam Houston, Southern Utah, so cupcakes. But then we went to Arkansas, which
to
was tough.
Arkansas,
Yep, to
the
Arkansas.
mighty SEC.
Yeah. And then this year, I mean, last year we had SMU like early off the bat, and you saw that those mistakes killed us. So the margin for error. So I would agree. All that to say, you look at the contrast, we haven't had this week of non conference in a hot minute. So
Yes, and I love it for this season. In any other season, I would say I hate this. I love having big name teams in the non-con, but I'm actually kind of glad that we don't because of everything that happened. So it's actually going to be kind of nice.
yeah, you buy the offense. I'm not worried about our defense. You buy the offense some room for error.
Yes, 100%. Let's get started. Let's quickly look at Portland State. I mean, all I'm going to say is that if we win 20-6 again, like 2017, I'm just going to go full A-Rod and I'm punting on the season. I'm out. I'm done. Everything, every single yard we gain after that game will be just praise the Lord, hallelujah moment.
Oh, that's what you mean by punting the season. Okay, I was
Yes,
when you say punting the season, I was like, is he not gonna watch any games? Like, is he just gonna turn on? No, but you're gonna adjust your expectations.
punting the expectations.
Got
Yes.
you.
Oh, I am definitely going to watch every game, regardless of how bad we are.
Yep. Well, remember at the beginning of last season in Sports Analysts, we were like, we want 2 highlight plays, maybe a first
Yep.
down, like 1 touchdown a game. So yeah, I think we have to have that conversation if we only win
Yep.
6.
100%.
Yeah. In order to win that game, too, like you think about it, our defense, like we would have to not put together more than 3 offensive drives that are actually like good. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
in order to not score 20, we'd have to suck on offense except for like 2 offensive drives against an FCS team. So that's bad. Yeah.
Which again would be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you there.
Yep. Next game, Stanford, September 6th at LES. This is going to be an 8:15 kickoff, ESPN. Very excited about this one because it's P5 team technically. They went 3-9 last year with wins over Cal Poly, Cal McCord, and Louisville. Their head coach is Frank Reich, who was the old Colts and Panthers head coach. Fun fact, he's only going to be there for 1 year, self-declared interim. And he is the only head coach in NFL history to be fired mid-season in back-to-back years. And that is the man who is leading the Stanford team.
So he was at the Panthers and he tanked them, so fired mid-season. And then who did you say was
Yep.
his second team?
He was at the Colts for a little while
Oh,
first,
Colts.
got fired, then went to the Panthers, got fired again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the interim thing. Is that just him saying I only have time for 1 year, or because it's him putting the 1 year constraint on it, right? It's not Stanford, from what I understand.
No. So it's Andrew Luck is like the GM of Stanford Athletics, apparently, or Stanford football. And Frank Reich was like his old coach. And so he basically said, hey, we need to look for a new coach. Would you come coach for a year so that we can have a little more time to look for our head coach? People are also, it is rumored that Stanford is just going to cut football. And this is kind of like their offload period to kind of, hey, we need to give the seniors, get everybody through the program so then we can like stop playing competitive football.
That's
That's a
crazy.
rumor. I don't know if it's true. I think
That's
either
crazy.
way, this leans towards BYU being favored in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Because my one thought now with looking at Stanford was does him being there 1 year mean like, oh, I'm going all in. We're gonna like I'm gonna give everything to this program and invest as much as humanly possible because we're only gonna be here 1 year. Um, and does that increase the likelihood of them taking a jump from like 3 wins to say 6 or 7?
Mm,
But I don't know that it does, given that context. Also, they don't have the talent to back that up. They've actually been
no,
hemorrhaging talent. So we'll see. They're a big question mark in my mind.
yeah, big question mark. I think we can both agree that BYU should win this game, right?
Yes.
Like probably pretty handily. Like we should be like a 2 to 3 score favorite at least.
Yeah. And it's at home.
And it's at home. It's at home. Are there any players that we need to look out for on Stanford? Like I know Ayo Manner's gone. The Bachmeyer boys were in every preview of this team that I read, and so they're obviously here now. So
Yeah. They haven't
I don't
updated the
know.
depth chart still.
No.
Yeah, so I looked at that and it looks like everybody on defense, like their top four rated players are all on defense. Um, but you saying, what did you say there earlier? About this being like the offloading period where, hey, we want
Yeah.
seniors to have their last, that makes so much sense because when you're looking at their depth chart, like 80% of it is redshirt seniors, grad transfers. Like
Mm,
they have old guys. Not all of them have played, but they're older. I would say their line. Oh, I think he's a linebacker. Tafiti. Let me just double check that right now. Yeah, he's an outside linebacker. He's number 11. That dude's a baller. He had
okay.
started
Okay.
11 games last year, 41 tackles, 7 TFLs, and 3.5 sacks. So that game, I'm
Okay.
going to be watching number 11. But other than that, I really don't see like a ton of experience on that team.
Okay. So if BYU, when do we click the panic button with this game? If BYU is like in it in the fourth quarter and it's a toss up, or like is it only if we lose? Like where is kind of that line? If you get what I'm saying.
It's so early in the season that I think you could watch this game in week 2. And if BYU is like throwing punches with Stanford and it's a back and forth battle, it's still a question of whether or not Stanford is good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I think we press the
yeah.
panic
Yeah.
button if it's close or if we lose, and then Stanford goes and loses to crappy ACC teams. And we're like, we just lost to that Stanford. And then you realize how bad maybe you are, kind of like that Portland
Yeah.
State game in 2017. You're like, maybe Portland State is really good. Maybe we're just hiding playbooks. No. So I think by week 4, we'll know if
Okay.
we really crapped the bed. That's what
So Stanford does play at Hawaii in week 0, which should be a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody going to Hawaii in week 0, banger.
Yep.
That's must see TV. Then they get a bye week, and then they come to BYU. So that,
Hey.
and then they play Boston College at home, and then go to Virginia and play San Jose State. So I think you're right. We'll know exactly where we stand in the next couple weeks after that game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Um,
panicking a little anyways if it's a 3-point game. I am. I'm sorry. Am I
right.
clicking the panic button? I don't know yet, but definitely. Yeah.
The glass case over the red button is open.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Like deal or no deal. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Last one here. East Carolina, September 20th. So we get Portland State, Stanford, bye. Then we go to ECU. This is in Greenville, North Carolina, not to be confused with Greenville, South Carolina. But tickets are $108. Kind of a hot ticket, I would say. Maybe their stadium capacity is really low.
Yeah.
This is a team that was 8-5 last year. They had only 3 of those 8 wins over bowl eligible teams, which included a bowl win over NC State at the end of the year, which was really big for them because NC State in state like rival, right? G5 over P5.
Yep.
That's a huge feather in their cap. Um, I think they were maybe a little better than or they were a little worse than their record indicated. They played a bunch of really pansy teams. And like I said, they only won 3 games over eligible teams. So I don't know if this is truly a team that we need to be worried about or scared of.
Yeah. Um, I would agree. I don't know what they are because of that. Like they're 8-5. Um, but schedule was really easy. I remember watching them and not being, they didn't pass the eye test for me last year.
No,
But do you know, do they return their, I can tell you right now, but do they return their coaching staff?
that is a great question.
Let me figure, I can
Can't
find it out
say I
right now.
know.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun,
will,
dun.
while you do that, I'm going to look up their schedule because they do play a kind of a big slate before BYU. They play NC
Okay,
State in a rematch at NC State. And then they play Campbell Camels, which is, FCS. They should beat them. And then they go to Coastal Carolina, which Coastal Carolina also hasn't been very good
right.
in the last couple of years. But if they're 2-1 or even maybe 3-0 coming into the BYU game, that is going to be a hot ticket. It's going to be a massive environment. They're going to be fired up.
Yep.
If they're 1-2 coming into this game, they're probably just going to say, "Hey, let's get through this game. Let's get through Army and get to the bye week, and then ramp up conference play." So they're going to be a really important team to watch at the beginning of the season for BYU fans to see, "Hey, where is that team going to be?"
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Okay, so they return their OC, but their DC, they have a new defensive coordinator. So one thing we were
Mm,
going to talk about is that their defense not great. Like
not great last year.
honestly, their team, yeah, I don't see anything jump off the stat chart. Like they are really middle of the pack in a lot of things. Defensively, they weren't very good on third downs. That's what the numbers say. Um, and so getting a new DC, and their DC is from Auburn. Um,
Okay,
so
interesting.
it could get better. It could be growing pains. So that's another thing to watch as well. Like how does their defense look? Because their defense and our offense is going to be like that's the game right there.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh,
So
100%.
yeah, that'll be
And,
an
and
interesting one to watch.
that kind of gives me a little more hope and a little more like optimism for that because if our offense sucks and our defense sucks and it's kind of the matchup, then I kind of lean towards our just pure talent base. We don't have the greatest guys, but we should have better players than the defense,
Yeah, for sure.
if
I
that
think
makes
so.
sense.
Yep.
And just to put into perspective how bad their defense was, they played 11 games versus FBS opponents last year, and they only held their opponent to under 30 points in 3 games out of 11. So eight games, their defense allowed 30 points or more.
Hmm.
Yeah. So not very good at all.
Yeah, no, not very good. But my mind immediately goes to, can we even put up 30 points against like a high school team? I don't know. That's my question. We'll
We're
see.
gonna see. Okay, final question for you, Jessa, before we welcome on our very special guest. What should BOU's record be coming out of the non-conference? Should it be 3-0?
Oh, it should
And do
be
you
3
think
to 0.
it absolutely should be? I think
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we'll be 3 and 0.
Think
I don't
so?
yeah, I don't know if the wins will come from 3 points, from 2 points, from 15 points. Like I don't know. Um but I think we will be 3 and 0 based like you just said it, based purely on talent.
Yeah.
Because I think we look more talented than we've ever been. What do you think? Now I'm curious.
I think if we're doing like a win total and you're like gaming it out, I think my win total probably comes out to like 2.6 to 2.75, right? Of like probable
Yeah, yeah,
wins.
yeah.
Like we should be 3-0. But I think there is a chance, especially with that Stanford game at home, I think there is a chance that our quarterback, whoever he may be, just farts away the game and we can't get any rhythm. Kalani like switches the quarterbacks at halftime and then there's a pick six in there. I don't know. I could see that happening, which is weird because in years past I feel like you'd worry more about the at a G5 school game. But for me it's actually that home opener against Stanford that worries me a little more. The pressure is going to be so high for the quarterback. It's going to feel the jitters. None of our quarterbacks have ever played in front of a crowd like this. I don't know. That's the one that worries me the most. But again, like I said, I think that probably only makes our win percent like 75% instead of 100, if that
Yeah,
makes
yeah, yeah.
sense.
And I think it would be disingenuous to honestly say that there's a 0% chance that we lose one of those games. Because no, we've seen it is college football. Anything can happen. So
Anything can happen.
I would take that. I would take
Yeah.
that. 2.65, 2.7. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Uh,
believe that.
yeah. I'll take it. And hopefully we just win all three in convincing fashion and everything's great.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. let's get our special guest on here, shall we?
Let's
Because
go.
I have some breaking news that we need to share with him because he has big thoughts about this.
Yay.
So
Okay, I'm so excited.
yes, let's
Ad
get to
break.
it.
Okay, cool.
We're back from our little ad break, and we welcome on Jacob Call, our very special guest. We are teasing all episode. This is him. He's the very first guest that we've ever had on Sports Analyst Pod. Jacob, how we doing? You looking fly.
Great to be here. Thank you. It's great to be here. Trying to get in the mindset for the college football season. I'm trying to put all the drama and all the sad things happening in college football behind us and just get locked in. Just get locked in for this new season.
That's perfect. That's exactly what we love to hear. Um, Jacob, I would like to get your thoughts. We teased this. I haven't even told Jessa yet. Uh, we had some breaking news, and I don't know if it was actually breaking news right now, but it was breaking news for me. Okay, so I'm going to send this in the chat. What do we think of the announced BYU uniform combination schedule for this year?
No. They did that?
I saw that.
They dropped them all.
Yeah, they released it all. I saw that actually.
Oh, this is huge. Hold on, let me share my
actually
screen
pull
so that
this
people can
up.
see. Oh, here, you share your screen so that people can see. Oh.
What do we think, everyone?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel personally about the people releasing everything at once. I don't know how I feel personally about that. I kind of like the surprise and the keeping you in. I want more Navy. I really want more Navy.
I'm with you. That was my first thought.
Black.
Yep.
I was hoping we'd get a whiteout game at home, too. There's no whiteout games.
There's no whiteout games.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
is it supposed to be? Because they tweeted where. Am I tripping? I thought I saw the Instagram say that wear royal everything except Stanford.
Except Stanford?
And Stanford, everyone's supposed to wear white. Yeah, I thought I saw that from the.
Well, then why is the team wearing blue?
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes no sense.
Interesting.
Football.
Here's the thing I'm a little bit confused about, or like I'm bummed about with this. Is I don't mind them telling us what we're gonna wear, but I'm like bummed right now looking at this because there's no like special edition jerseys.
Yeah, it's all just kind of the basics.
Yeah. Also, like if we're gonna wear navy, let's put the navy pants too and go all navy. Like I feel like that'd be pretty sick. Yeah. So it says on BYU football on the same thing as the jerseys. It says road games wear royal blue, home games wear royal blue, wear white versus Stanford September 5th.
What?
So
whiteout at LES?
I don't know. Are we trying? Whiteout at LES. What time's kick for that game?
Stanford is 8:15.
Oh,
so it's a night game.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if we're trying to do some kind of Penn State kind of thing where we wear blue but it's white, or why are we doing that against Stanford? Like, I'd much rather have that against like Texas Tech or something. But
right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
But I mean, like they're clean. They're clean.
Yeah, they are.
We can't argue that they're clean. Like they all look very good.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. And I love the all royal versus Texas Tech too. That's very nice.
Yeah, with the white face mask.
Yeah. Because I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that game's on the road, right?
Yeah.
Texas Tech. Yeah, so wearing all royal on the road against Texas Tech.
Okay.
They could be wearing their all reds or their all black.
I like it.
I think that's a good choice.
Yeah. Does it worry anybody that the only game we're wearing navy is against the FCS team? I don't know why that worries me for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. I don't know.
Anyway, we got that all out of the way. Jacob, welcome to the podcast. I mean, you're our first guest, so we don't really have any traditions or anything, but we're starting one. Every single person we're going to have on, we ask the first question. It's always going to be the same. It's going to be, what take do you have to get off your chest today?
Oh, what do I have to get off my chest? I'm not revealing the identity of my burner account, so I'm not getting that off my chest. But, geez, that's a good question. Honestly, I need to get off my chest that I'm trying to be more detached from college football this year, just my own well-being. Because there's so much bad happening in college football that, like, oh my gosh, if I got into it with the SEC or the Big Ten or all the freaking bias that's going on, it's too much. So what I need to get off my chest, I'm feeling intimidated. I'm feeling a little intimidated by this year.
All right. Hey, that's very vulnerable of you, and we appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah, good for you. Let us know how that goes too. Keep us updated.
Definitely.
It's not going to work. It is not going to work.
Jacob, speaking of like feeling detached from things, we want to ask you, since you're one of our esteemed member institutions of the Dynasty League, you're playing with the Memphis Tigers this year. We're doing the American League. We would love to get your thoughts on how the season has gone so far. The Memphis Tigers 1-1, lost to Akron, close loss, but then a win over UMass. How we feeling?
The Memphis Tigers are in a bad spot. I'm honestly glad that it didn't save my last game against UMass because my starting quarterback got hurt again. The new update just screwed us. Memphis sucks. I want you to redone, like, what are the rankings of all the teams because Memphis is so bad. The guy just can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball. It's accurate every time. It's going to be another year, the same old. It's not going to be pretty. Unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm pulling up your schedule right now. Did you know that even after your loss to Akron, Memphis was getting top 25 votes?
No way. Wow. I mean,
really?
Yeah, good season last year, right?
You were the only team in the entire American Conference to receive votes, and it came after a loss to Akron. So you have that going for you.
Wow. You never know what's going to happen in the CA algorithm. It's cursed. Black magic.
All right, Jake, we want to get into some BYU preview. I want to get your thoughts on how the BYU season is playing out. Their win total is set at 6.5. What are your thoughts on BYU football this season, and are you going to take the over or the under on 6.5?
Honestly, I think I'm going to be taking the over, even though I'm not a big fan of where things are in general. But I do think – I don't know. I think 6.5 is pretty brutal. That's kind of messed up, TBH. But I'm cautiously optimistic and scared.
It dropped a game after Jake left. But I'm curious. What do you think the state of the team is? Like you said, things aren't going well. Like, why are we scared?
I'm scared because of Aaron Roderick. I'm scared of Aaron, whatever his middle name is, Roderick. I think that I am not a fan of his coaching. I'm not a fan of his coaching style. I don't think I like the changes he made during the season last year. My trust meter is at like 2.6 out of 10 in Aaron Roderick. And our quarterback situation, like, honestly, he's not that bad. Jake wasn't that bad, but he wasn't very good. And McKay Hillstead's tiny, and Bear Bachmeyer's a freshman, and Trayson Burgay played at Grambling State. So, I don't know.
I mean, those are valid reasons of why to be scared, I guess.
Yeah. So actually, that kind of leads into something I wanted to ask you, Jacob. In like a perfect world, we're going to play the hypothetical game. What do you need to see from an A-Rod-led offense for you to be like, all right, this guy knows what he's doing? Like, in a magic world, somebody waves a magic wand, and A-Rod all of a sudden is like a competent, in your mind, a good offensive coordinator. What do you need to see where you're like, all right?
Number one, I don't want a single turnover to happen on a trick play. That's an absolute baseline. No turnovers on trick plays. And two, I want to see if something's working. I want to see us do that thing over and over. And secondly, I want to see competent third down plays and play calls. I just don't want to see any more sweeps to the short side of the field or tosses to the short side of the field, especially on 3rd and 5+. But, I mean, that's not even beginning to scratch the surface of win games. I'm just talking about, like, bare minimum, don't do dumb stuff.
Yeah. All right, I'm down for all of those. I want to get a tracker down, and we can go through all the games and say, did these happen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, we'll definitely be keeping track of Jacob. I mean, we're gonna ask this to everybody, but yeah, I wanna keep track of A-Rod's sins against sports analysts, and those will all be on the list.
Against us personally, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jacob, the Holy War this year. Obviously, the one game we all want to win. What are your thoughts? Obviously, Devin Dampier's the next Heisman winner. Utah's going to win the Big 12, go undefeated. So, what are your thoughts going into the Holy War this year?
My thoughts going into the Holy War. You just never know what's going to happen. Kyle Whittingham is literally going insane. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's still shaking and trembling from last year's Holy War, along with some of their other staff. They're just enraged. So they're going to become giving us their all. But honestly, like, they're not going to be that good. Devin Dampier is not good. He's not a good quarterback. Maybe every single thing about his game changed and no one else can see but whoever's at practice. But, like, there's absolutely zero evidence whatsoever that would convince anyone that he's good. Except apparently some freaking morons from the big, CBS Sports Podcast. But I think we can win it, but you just never know what's going to happen. We should have won by 30 last year. You just never know. Like, it's a toss-up, and I'm worried because I don't want to lose, but we can definitely win, and maybe we even should win, but you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a comment to add to that. I think that's perfect. Yeah, I do think that Kyle Whittingham and staff is gonna freaking go guns blazing. Yeah, because if we lose, I don't know. Like you said, Kyle Whittingham could lose his mind and say, "I'm not leaving until we beat BYU," and hopefully he'd be there for another.
Oh, he's not going to leave until he beats BYU. There's no way he ends on a loss to BYU.
You think?
So now he's playing for his retirement as well. No way he ends on a loss to BYU. Like, if he would have, I don't know. Maybe if they go and have a great season, but, like, he's a psycho. You saw the poor chair, the poor innocent bystander chair from last year's conference. I mean, ask him about that.
Oh my gosh!
All right, Jake. Last question about BYU before we get to our little game here at the end. What is the bar of success for BYU this year in terms of wins, losses, conference record, making a bowl, whatever? For you personally, what is the bar of success for BYU this year?
Oh, that's a great question. I think we have to beat Utah. Like, I'm just gonna feel bad about this. If we go like 8-4 with the loss to Utah, I'm not gonna be happy. But if we go 8-4 with a win to Utah, I would be happy with that. I would like to be in the Big 12 title race past 6 games of the season. I don't know. I mean, I'm just honestly, like, I think BYU football is trending up like this, like the stocks emoji, but BYU is in a down year this year, but we're trending upward, where Utah is trending downward hard. But it might be one of those years where we just take what we can, hope for a win at Utah, and just hold on until Rider Lions comes to save the day.
Oh man! And you hope he does. We hope he does. Oh, did you guys hear that?
We do hope he does.
Oh my gosh, who is the QB? Who is the tight end?
Carson Ryan?
Nope. Reiner Swanson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's back from his mission. He had knee surgery.
Oh, is that good knee surgery? Bad knee surgery?
I thought he had transferred or something.
Meniscus. So yeah, I guess it's been torn for a while, but he tore it totally. I don't know. This is all speculation, but I guess he was playing basketball and hurt his knee and came home. So,
but missions are such a big advantage. Missions, they really put BYU like 2 or 3 wins above where they really would be. You know, because everybody does them. All the missions.
NFL teams, who doesn't want a kid who's just as talented as a 19-year-old, but is a 22-year-old? Like,
exactly.
Come on.
Right? It's stupid.
You know, they say the worse you eat, the better you play football.
That is what they say. All right. To wrap up here, Jacob, we want to do a little game with you. We want to do a little snake draft. It's a Mount Rushmore, okay, to explain the concept to everybody. Mount Rushmore, obviously, 4 presidents on there. I don't know who decided that those 4 presidents going to be on there, but they're on there. And so for us now, we are going to do a snake draft where we're drafting different teams, players, or conferences that we love to hate watch. And we are going to make our own Mount Rushmore. And then we'll put it out to sports analysts in the chat and see who had the best Mount Rushmore of teams, players, or conferences, or whatever sports entity that we love to hate watch the most. And Jacob, as the guest, you get to decide what the order is. Do you want to go first? Do you want to go second? Do you want to go third and get the 2 on the turn? What's your strategy here?
I'll go third. We'll go Jessa, Jared, me.
Okay. I like it.
And just to be clear, once somebody takes one off the board, it's not available for anybody else.
Correct.
Oh, I have to choose between 2.
Yep.
And is this is players, conferences, coaches, like just hate watch?
Any
right?
sports entity, yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to take the SEC off the board with my first pick.
Good pick. I knew that was going.
Yeah, that's the conference I'm looking at. Every single game, I want them to take it out. Don't care what the team.
I love that pick. Mine is going to be the close second to that, Utah. I love hate watching Utah. It boils my blood when I watch Utah games. Any single thing that goes positive for Utah makes me want to put my fist through the TV. And I think that makes it a good pick for number 2.
Yeah. Do you turn it off ever after plays and then come back and watch it later? You're like, I can't handle this. They're cheering.
Oh, yeah.
I can't handle it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I'll gain weight just by looking at this Utah student section sometimes. But I think I'll say my hate watch first pick is going to be, I mean, I might be a little biased, but I think most around the country can agree Michigan, okay? Frick 'em. That's why, because frick 'em. And I like the scumbags of college football. They cheated. They got away with it. There's a bunch of scandals. Pedophilia's in there somewhere. And then they announced they're going to Germany to play Western Michigan.
To play Western?
Oh, my gosh. To play Western Michigan. The whole country of Germany isn't going to even sniff a college football game after watching that BS. So screw Michigan. And then after that, just out of principle, I'll say the Big Ten. Just like, I would not have said this 2 years ago. I would never have said this 2 years ago. But the Big Ten's got to go down for the greater good of college football. Like, it's the same thing with the big noon games. And it's just like, I just hope the Big Ten suffers with the whole, and watching their commissioner be like, we just need 4 teams in there. It just makes more sense. I just hate them. I hope none of them are even close. You know, I love Ohio State, but like, get them out here. Everyone else, I just hope the whole conference tanks and just cannibalizes each other.
That's a pick I didn't see coming, Jacob, but I am totally with you, actually. We need the Big Ten to lose every non-conference game. That's when they're not playing the SEC.
Yeah.
I'm totally with you.
And when they are, we need the outcome that makes both of them look terrible.
Exactly. Yeah. We need a 6-3 game, or whoever's the worst team to win.
Yeah.
All right, my next pick. This is a tough one for me. I'm bouncing between a couple, but I'm going to go with St. Mary's. St. Mary's is like, in basketball, St. Mary's is the Utah. Like, I hate St. Mary's basketball almost as much as I hate Utah football. Like, obviously Utah football's more, but St. Mary's basketball just boils my blood. It makes me ravenous and violent inside, and it turns me into just this raging monster. And so I have to put them on the list. Dellavedova, Sabonis, whatever their frickin' Aussie redhead skimpy jack that can shoot threes. Randy Bennett, Satan himself. I cannot stand St. Mary's, and I want to lose every single game. The freaking Sater kid they had a couple years ago. Oh, hate him.
I did not see that one coming. That's a good one, valid. I'm gonna take Lane Kiffin off the board. There is not a coach
I know.
in college football that despises me. When he got up at the press conference and said, it's just different in the SEC. It's just like half asleep. It's just different. It's just different, guys. Trust me, bro. That's the vibe it gave.
We're not in a
Gets
different
curb
conference.
stomped by Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in a different league, not a different conference, a different league.
Like, oh my gosh. I hate when you talk louder
Jeez,
than
buddy.
you play.
Lane Kiffin is 1A, just absolutely the forefront of talk the talk and don't walk the walk.
Yep. I agree.
Great pick.
Okay, now I gotta choose another one. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna save my other one for the last pick, and I'm gonna go Carson Beck here. So, because here's my prediction. Hot take. Speaking of hot take, I think Miami might have a Florida State type drop off. Yes, maybe. Please. Look at the patterns, right? They lose a top QB. They bring in another QB who underperformed but has a big name, right? They lose a bunch of talent. They're high on their season, whatever. Anyways, so I'm watching for Carson Beck to continue his decline because I think it's going to happen.
Oh, I love that pick, Jessa. And I totally am on board with you. Carson Beck sucks. He's a bad quarterback.
Yeah, he's not good.
All right. My next pick is going to be the Sanders cult.
Yes.
Shedeur,
Shiloh. I was going to give us the Sanders.
Travis Hunter is looped into that. I hate them all. I can't stand to watch them. And it's really not. I can't say this. It's not because I hate watching them play or because I think they're like it's all the talk that they do. Like Shedeur, I can't even get into it. Yes, exactly. All they do is talk, and it's horrible. And they got destroyed by BYU, and BYU had like one of their worst offensive games of the entire year. And BYU still beat them by 20. I can't stand it. I can't stand ESPN talking about it. The draft was an absolute just mind frick because of the whole Shedeur Sanders falling to the 5th round thing. I can't do it. I'm going to hate watch the Browns more than any team in the NFL this year because of Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, so if he even gets on the field.
If he gets on the field. Oh, and he's just not that good. He's not that good. No one understands it. Anyway. You guys can feel it. I don't like him.
Yeah, I was going to take the Sanders Colt. Let me think now. I'll go ahead and say, honestly, for multiple reasons. It's the same type as the Sanders Colt, is that the more you talk, the harder you fall, and when you hit the deck, it's hilarious for me. And that's going to be our girl Angel Reese, man. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Angel.
That's a good one.
Angel Reese she just talks so much. She talks and she had a McDonald's meal too. She's just being elevated up so high. And then not only is she so hateable in the terms of how much she's talking and how arrogant she is, but she's so bad. And her stat lines are just crazy. And it's just it's genuinely entertaining to watch. You know, it's not just going to be a hate watch like Utah where it's I hope these guys fail. It's going to be let's sit down and watch her fail a lot. So
watch her get 8 boards in one possession.
Yep.
Yeah, the me bounds, man, the me bounds. But
the crazy thing too, I'll say about this is being in the world of girls basketball. I can 100% see how she just networked her way into college basketball. Yeah, and then networked her way, and now she's being kind of exposed to the WNBA because she's not that good. But who
right?
Where you play, your exposure really will just open the door for you. It's crazy.
That's so sickening.
Oh,
so
yeah.
sickening.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. And it's honestly more I would be less surprised if Shedeur Sanders had a McDonald's meal. But Angel Reese had a McDonald's meal was literally the most wild thing ever. But for my last one, what's it going to be? What is it going to be? I would say just give me probably Alabama. I'll just say Alabama. I know they already took the SEC, but Alabama. And it goes along with Georgia, but Alabama is really just so hyped for money's sake. Just for money's sake. Like ESPN they're gonna get 10 college game days out of the 12 a year. They're gonna have everything. And then when they fail so hard, like that Oklahoma, oh my gosh. When everyone was saying, oh my gosh, everyone was saying that Alabama should be in the playoff. I felt like I was the only person on the planet who had actually watched Alabama football. Like everyone else talking about Alabama didn't even watch the season happen. And so when they fail, it's just the sweetest of the sweet, because then you have to see this like SEC brain dead illiterate troglodytes like slowly, their gears slowly start turning, and the Oklahoma's like, wait, they lost to Oklahoma? What? But playoff. Oh, and then ESPN's just pumping money into them. So Alabama, yeah, they're a good hate watch when they lose. I love it.
That's a great pick, Jacob. Absolutely fantastic pick. They were actually next on my list. Jessa, I know I'm going to be stealing this one from you. It's Notre Dame.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I hate Notre Dame. The just slimiest, most stuck-up little losing to NIU and Marshall, and then making their way to the freaking championship game because Penn State couldn't complete a pass to a wide receiver, and Drew Aller like overthrew his guy by about 9 yards on the final drive. I can't stand Notre Dame and their like self-righteous, I'm from Notre Dame and we have our own, we don't have to join a conference and we have our own network and we are going to be on NBC, but we're the only ones that are allowed to be on NBC because we're so cool. I hate them and I want them to lose
and then the
every single game.
Playoff. The 16-team playoff. That thing literally, like someone said, Joel Klatt says in his 16-team playoff, he's like, and then we'll save a spot for like Notre Dame. Like we'll just save Notre Dame a spot in the playoff, and they're losing to Marshall. Like, and we're saving a spot in the playoff. Gosh, next guest better be freaking Joel Klatt, and I would like to conversate with him. But yeah, screw Notre Dame.
That's a fantastic pick. Yeah, I'll be right on there with you.
All right, Jess.
Okay, this one is going to be ESPN College Game Day locations. I'm going to hate watch.
Oh, that's
because every Saturday they are going to go to the wrong game, and I will die on that hill. They're not going to go to the best game. They're going to go to the SEC and Big Ten teams that I don't even know. I don't even know why they'll go, because the logos look cool on their broadcasts. So
they're going to go to Kentucky, Florida.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gosh. And honestly, it just feels like we're going to the same locations every single year. Like what happened when we went to James Madison and when they went to Cal last year, that's the College Game Day that I want. But every time they go to
when they went to Montana and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just about the money. It's just the money. The ESPN wants eyes on the SEC, and then they have to be like, oh, we'll have one P4 and then one Big Ten, and then we'll go to Kentucky, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
That's going to be Week 10.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely disgusting.
I bet I could script. I bet I could look at the schedule, and I bet I could script where they're going to go with 90% accuracy right now today.
Oh yeah. Well, let's run through our Mount Rushmores. Did you guys keep track, or I have them all right here? If you guys want me to run through them,
you can run through them.
I'll just run through them real quick. All right, so we have Jessa, who has the SEC, Lane Kiffin, Carson Beck, and ESPN College Game Day locations. That
sounds like a good Saturday to me.
That's a great little vein we got there. I'm going with Utah, St. Mary's, the Sanders Cult, and Notre Dame. A lot of hateable people on that list. And then Jacob is going with Michigan, the Big Ten, Angel Reese, and Alabama.
This is so good.
This is amazing. All right, so now, all sports analysts, you guys watching and listening to this, you need to go vote, okay? I don't know how we're going to do a vote. Maybe I'll send out a poll. But somehow you need to go vote on who had the best Mount Rushmore of hate watches. This was very fun, guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. That's epic.
Yeah,
amazing.
Sensational.
Well, This is it. This is us signing off. Jacob, thank you so much for joining. We'll have you back on most definitely throughout the season, especially when Memphis makes that bowl game.
Yeah.
You're going to be the first one on here.
When they crack the top 25 for real.
It's going to be bad. Oh boy.
All righty. Well, this was fun, everybody. We will see you guys next on Friday if the schedule holds true. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night and go Cougars.
Go Cougs.